So I'm in a season of learning, as Alex Hormozy likes to refer to, right? There is the season of learning, there's the season of earning. Now, we've recently transitioned out of the season of earning and into a season of learning. And funny enough, we were in the season of learning about a year ago to the date where we were learning how to switch our model, pivot our offer, and we might be in a similar situation, and not so much about the model or offer, but more so about how we can improve our product and delivery. And the thing is, like a lot of people on YouTube in this space, they'll talk about the season of earning, right? How much money they're making, the service, the offers that are hot right now, which is all great. But I don't feel like there's enough people talking about the season of learning, right? There's the season that comes to the entrepreneurs where they need to sit back, assess what it is that they're doing. Do they need to make a pivot? What do they need to improve? Especially in our position, within the last month, we've added a new team onto High Income Society, and we've also been improving our product since the beginning of the year. And as well as it's been going pretty well, and things have been improving for sure. I just know that things can be a hell of a lot better. And obviously, the onus is on me as the business owner to make sure that that improves, right? Now, what that looks like, we're currently in that phase, right? Do we need to subtract certain things from our offer or from our service? Or do we need to add certain things to our service in order for our clients to have a better experience and get better results, right? Because I'm very much client obsessed and I want to make sure that people are getting the results because that means the most to me, right? I want people to obviously tell other people that we did a great job with them, we help them out, we get them the results that they're looking for. And that's what's most important to us at High Income Society. So, and for me to make sure that we're staying ahead of the game, I need to know that we're constantly improving, right? So not just the team and the processes inside of our company, but more so even the product and the service delivery, right? So that's one thing that I'm heavily focused on right now. And the confliction when you're in this season of learning is, do I pivot? Do I try something else? Do I, add this component in, or is that going to be too hectic, or is that going to be too time consuming? There's all these kind of factors that come into play, and I want to keep it as simple as possible. And it's not like there's a lack of information out there, right? There's a ton of information on how to go about doing these things, but it's just having the right path to follow, right? I don't want to spend time on things that aren't going to serve us or the company or our clients not well, I guess, right? Or that aren't going to give them results or us the results that we're looking for as a company as well. So the thing is, I I know that, I've been at this for like 2 years now, right? I was once a professional athlete in my early 20s, 24 or 23, I would say, yeah, 24, 20, 23, 24. I came into the entrepreneurship space and started doing copywriting and appointment setting and lead gen, and then eventually became like an agency and eventually productized the service. And we've kind of been growing, right? We've had a trajectory of a growth path within 2 years. I mean, really only a year and a half of actually being a business. And it's been a good growth path, but it's obviously been one that's shaky at certain points, right? Like the season of learning where you go like this, right, on your way up. And I just feel like that's the part where you really need to persevere as a business owner and just as an entrepreneur in general, because it doesn't matter what it is you're doing. I feel like even if you're like a music artist or you create content or whatever it might be, there's going to be these periods that you're going to go through, and you need to remind yourself that it's just part of the process, right? You need to be present. If you aren't present, right, that can kind of conflict your decision making, and you have a ton of emotion behind the decisions that you're making, which shouldn't be the case, right? You should always look at it from a logistical factor and almost like you're an engineer, right? You're engineering the process of getting better and building your processes and building your business. And I just feel like the more that you focus on that mindset, I guess you could say, around being a logistical thinker and tweaking processes as you go, almost like you're like a little scientist or engineer. I think that's where you're going to get the better outcomes, right? If you make an emotional decision because things aren't going your way, that's where things can really start to fall apart. So for myself, I have to remind myself of that. I have to remind myself that, no matter what you're feeling at this stage of the game, you just need to stay focused on what's the end goal, right? And for us, it's just improving our product and making sure that we're helping 1,000 entrepreneurs get to time, location, and financial freedom. It's like, okay, well, how do we do that, right? So we reverse engineer the process, and we want to build a product that's going to allow them to do that in the fastest time possible, right? So that's the thing that I'm really trying to figure out right now is how can we improve our product to condense time into getting our clients those type of results, right? And I think that's a challenge that every business owner faces, especially when it comes to service delivery and building a product, is just how can you be the Amazon that ships on one day, right? You order something, you click it, and it shows up at your doorstep, 6 hours later, right? So that is what you're really trying to figure out. And I mean, that could come, maybe it's opportunity cost. I don't know, right? Like it could be the lane that you're in. I feel like for a lot of people, it could be the lane that you're in. But other than that, I feel like it's just it's a part of the game. And I think for us, it's just more so understanding, is this another season where we need to shift certain things within the offer, shift certain things within the product? And I think that might be the case. So I just want to kind of put this video out there and kind of just have a chat that, it's okay that you're not every month, that you aren't like constantly just 2xing your revenue every single month. Like a lot of it has to do with kind of chilling out and being like, okay, what is it that we need to do? I can't just keep like scaling and scaling and scaling and not improving the product, right? And I think that's where we're at right now. We've scaled. Okay, now it's time to improve the product even more so, right? So I just don't think enough business owners talk about that, especially in this space, right? Everybody's just chatting about like 10K a month, 50K a month, 100K a month, right? And I made videos on that shit too. But I'm just saying from my standpoint as to where we're currently at, and maybe other business owners and entrepreneurs are kind of in this phase as well. It's just understanding, where should you be spending your time, right? What's the most important factor to be focusing on right now, especially for someone like myself. Like I'm in my mid 20s now, right? I started this in my like early to mid 20s because I was, like I said, I was an athlete before, and making this transition has been, there's been challenges for sure. I feel like I've been able to get some luck along the way, which you need as an entrepreneur. But it also just comes with hard work. And I feel like I've definitely worked hard, but I'm at the point now where I've been, especially at this stage of the game, where I need to be working a hell of a lot more smarter, right? Have that boss type of mentality. I don't like to call myself a CEO, but more of a CEO type of mentality where you're structuring your business in a way that's going to be able to just flow, right? Like really, really well, streamlined processes. The product is serving clients very well. The team is moving in a momentum state, all those great things. And I just think that, when it gets to that point, everybody starts winning, right? And that's what I'm really looking for here. I want everybody to start winning. Like I said, we're trying to get 1,000 entrepreneurs to experience time, location, and financial freedom. Of course, for our team, we want that as well, and we want others to experience it. So I just want to make this video just for others that are at this stage of the game, right? If you're in a season of learning, it's part of it. You need to embrace it, and you need to sit back and just assess, what is it that you're doing? What changes do you need to make in order to improve? Right? It's not all about just revenue, month over month, which of course you need as a business to keep afloat. But what I'm saying is, sit back and think of where you need to improve your product, right? How do you stay at the top of the game? How do you get people talking about your product? How do you get your clients results faster? Right? That's the season of learning. Even if it's not even just client focused, right? Maybe it's about yourself, improving yourself as the entrepreneur, whether that be your characteristics, your traits, right? Your beliefs, your skills, all that stuff, right? What is it that you need to be improving in order to get to the next stage, right? So you need to learn about yourself, self-reflection, uh, really make your mind super stable and super strong, because this game is not easy as people make it look like online. It can be for sure, but there is some points where you need to sit there and really assess, like, certain decisions, and really understand where you need to take certain parts of your business, right? Like I said, do we add certain things? Do we drop certain things? Do we go this route? Do we go this route? Do we chase this opportunity? Do we boom, 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 boom? Because time is our most valuable asset, right? We need to make sure that we're making the most out of our time. And I think that is probably the hardest part to really put together as an entrepreneur, is how do we condense time? How do we take or make the most out of the time that we do have here, especially if you're young like myself in your 20s? Like, you need to make sure that the time that you are putting into this stuff is effective, right? And I've definitely had periods where I haven't been as effective as I should be, right? So I feel like at this stage of the game, it's just all about pure focus and intensity on hitting our goals, and making sure that as a company we're improving, as an entrepreneur I'm improving, as a leader I'm improving, and making sure that, yeah, we're going in the right direction. So I hope this video was helpful for any other people kind of going through it right now in the learning phase. And yeah, I hope you see you guys soon. If you have any questions, you guys want to chat, leave it down in the comments. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. By the way, we also have a 30K to 30 days challenge, not really challenge, but blueprint free training where you can go ahead and get it for free down in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe for more, and cheers.